We went to Universal Orlando in the middle of summer. Did we burst into flames? Will Morgan's hair survive all of the ride water effects? Is Beetlejuice my new stepdad? Hey, baby. All of those answers and more in our hot, wet Universal summer. Hey, Morgan! And if your name is not Morgan, my name is Todd.
And I'm Jeannie.
And we are Empty Besties. Now, if you've seen us before, hi, bestie. But if you've never seen us before, we are newly empty nesters who make these videos for our daughter Morgan, who has since flown the coop to go to college. Plot twist, she's home from college.
Yay.
And we went to Florida. Let's get into it. Now, first and foremost, the main reason for this specific trip was I had work down in the Orlando area. But since I was down there for work, I figured I would invite the finest ladies in the world to this sweatbox of a state and go have an adventure at Disney World and Universal. So after I ditched all of my work buddies, I made my way over to Universal Orlando's Endless Summer Dockside Inn and Suites. Is that right?
That's right.
It's the endless title for a hotel is what it is.
It certainly is.
It's contemporary, it's modern, with kind of a beach theme overlay. Now when you enter the lobby, to the right is your check-in, and then to the left is a Starbucks, and then in the very back of the lobby is the Universal Studios store. My big plan was, I'm gonna get there, I'm gonna check in, I'm gonna have the room all squared away, you guys are gonna show up to the lap of luxury. I walked in that door, that joint was packed to the brim.
And when we walked in, it was still packed.
So after about 45 minutes, maybe an hour, we did get checked in. We booked just a standard room, but the person checking us in was nice enough. They gave us a little upgrade.
Why?
I don't know, because they liked us.
Yeah,
they're like, hey, are you empty, bestie?
Oh my wait.
Oh my god. Oh, wait, who?
Yes, did we get an upgrade?
Ew.
Yes, thanks so much.
No, she did not know that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got all checked in and we made our way up to the room.
The room was nice. There was a great view. It is a pool-centric hotel.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
centers around the pool.
Now, if you want a more in-depth review of the resort as a whole or a room tour, we did do a separate video for that. But after we got checked in, we went right to the pool because it was hot.
It was really hot.
The pool is huge.
Yeah, it's very.
It's gigantic.
Yeah.
Plenty of elbow room. You don't have to worry about swimming through any warm spots because people aren't that close to you.
I thought the pool was great. Not even 4 feet, but 4 feet on me is about right here.
So she needed her floaties.
I did.
She did need her floaties.
Yeah.
So we got a couple drinks. And then after, I went to the food court to grab food for everybody. A salad for me, a salad for you, and a pizza for Morgan. So after we relaxed, we decided to get dressed and head into City Walk.
For dinner.
First and foremost, Morgan wanted to have Voodoo Doughnuts.
Yeah.
And you know what? I was like, let's go nuts. Let's be crazy and have dessert.
Dessert first.
So we went to Voodoo Doughnuts. They're fun. There's a flavor for everybody, except if you're gluten-free.
I ended up getting a blueberry cake donut, and then Morgan got the Captain Crunch donut.
She did get the Captain Crunch donut, and you guys seem to enjoy that. So.
The Captain Crunch donut was maybe this big.
It was not that big. It's not a Simpsons donut. It's a decent sized donut.
Right.
But after donuts, we decided to get some proper dinner. And we went over to Red Oven, which is a pizza place right there on City Walk.
Yes.
And you were really well behaved.
Chase the donut with a salad.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart.
Yeah.
They had gluten-free pizza, so I had to have pizza.
And they had some good drink options there too.
I think I got a seltzer. I think it was like a Truly or a White Claw, but don't tell anybody.
And I think I had a beer.
I really enjoyed the pizza. So once our bellies were full from pizza and donuts and drinks and all that stuff, we called it a night. So the next morning we decided to go to Universal Islands of Adventure.
It was super hot.
It was super hot.
So I decided for this vacation, I'm only wearing sports bras. I was very proud of myself. Then I had a neck fan because what I'm not gonna do is burn up.
So we stopped at Starbucks, got some of them potato bites
They're really good.
and some coffees, and then we made our way into Islands of Adventure. And our first stop was the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man.
And whenever we go on any rides, I always time the rides because the timer at the front is always a liar.
But I think the Spider-Man ride is probably one of the best rides in Florida.
Yeah, it was great. It stands up.
You know, the 3D is great. One of my favorite parts of all the rides, whether it's Universal or Disney, is their aggressive use of water effects. And it's great, super fun, unless
you're our daughter.
this is an ongoing theme.
Yes, Morgan protecting her blowout.
So Spider-Man ride, great. Water effects, not so much. So after we saved the neighborhood with Spider-Man, we made our way through Toon Lagoon and then over towards Skull Island, the Kong ride. The one thing I will say is that on this trip, we did not get the Express Pass. And there were so many cool things in the lines that we were like, I don't remember this.
Right.
Because we skipped the line. And the Kong ride had so many like weird and cool things in the queue.
Ew, it's looking at me.
I really enjoy those storytelling elements when it comes to the ride.
And I think not skipping the line teaches the little ones how to have more patience.
So anyway, the ride itself was fun. You got on a little Jeep ride and lots of screens, but you do get to see Kong in the flesh.
Yeah, so that was good.
So after admiring Bo Derek, we decided to go to Harry Potter Land and have lunch at 3 Broomsticks.
Welcome to Hogsmeade, sir. Please respect the spell limits.
I got a half chicken in corn, which was really good.
I got half chicken and half ribs. It was good.
And what did Morgan get?
Fish and chips.
She does love some fish and chips.
Yeah.
So after lunch, the next thing I want to do is jump on a ride that puts you upside down and turns you all around. So we went on Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey.
Which is an awesome ride.
It really is.
It's a
It
great
really
ride.
is.
It's a great ride.
The only part that I don't necessarily like is when it leans me all the way back and I feel like I'm getting a dental cleaning. So after our wonderful wizardly ride experience, we went to Honeydukes. We did not get many souvenirs this go around.
Yeah,
At all. I think maybe the heat fried our souvenir brain.
I think so.
Honeydukes has so much fun stuff.
There was new stuff. Some of that stuff was new.
There was
That's
a
why we
lot
hadn't
of
seen
stuff
it.
that I had never seen before. So after Honeydukes, we decided to try to complete our journey and take the train over to the Universal Studios so that we could go to Diagon Alley. And holy cow, the longest line in the world.
Over an hour.
It was so long. This was the longest line I think that we were in for the entire trip.
Yeah. It was
very
so
hot.
hot.
It was so hot. Once we suffered through this line and the heat, and we finally made it to Universal Studios via Harry Potter's sweatbox, we did what only any normal human would do, as we went into Diagon Alley and we got ourselves some ice cream. And it was surprisingly, as hot as it was, not busy the moment we walked in there.
So I got the sticky toffee pudding ice cream.
I wanted to get that, but I did get the toffee soft serve, which is gluten-free. And then Morgan had like an orange marmalade, I think. So we took our wonderful little ice creams and then walked out into the sauna of the summer heat. And we were like, oh my God, we're all going to die with this ice cream. Morgan was smart enough to be like, let's go in Knockturn Alley and go hang out with the degenerates in the back alley and eat our ice cream.
In the cool.
That's a pro tip right there. If it's super hot, hang out in Knockturn Alley.
Yeah.
You know, you might hang out with the creeps
You might
and
see
the criminals, but you know what they don't do? They don't sweat. Does crime pay in that moment? Yes. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So after we finished our ice cream, we went to Borges and Burke's.
Borges and Burke's.
It's got very like in-universe kind of dark arts stuff in there, but it's a very, very cool place. So after we decided to venture out of our criminal cold underworld, we decided to go and ride Escape from Gringotts.
And this is my favorite ride.
Is it really?
It is, because the detail of the queue and the bank at Gringotts and all the goblins.
Right.
It's really, really like one of my favorite rides.
It is very, very cool. After Gringotts, you can never take any trip to Diagon Alley and not go to the Weasleys shop. Again, Morgan, you want something? You want to buy something? You want something?
She's
nothing.
like, no.
Nothing.
Yeah.
That she's like, I got enough from
Yeah.
here. 'Cause I mean, the very first time we went, we shut the place down.
Yeah.
We bought the robe, the wand, the tie,
The scarf.
the shoes, the brooms, the cauldrons, and all the books. We bought all the
books,
things.
all the things.
I'm pretty sure when we walked in, they were like, welcome back. Would you like a cappuccino? So after the Weasleys,
After the Weasleys.
we went outside and it was still hot. And so we decided to take a little drink break.
Yeah.
But there's like a little tavern area. I got a cider, which was great.
I got a beer. They called it Dragon Scale, but it was like a reddish beer.
Morgan had pumpkin juice.
It was very sweet.
But it was nice little drink break. And then what complements Harry Potter fantasy and fiction more than anything else?
Robots.
Michael Bay and Transformers, apparently. So Morgan wanted to go to Transformers. We went to Transformers.
I like Transformers.
Always a good time.
Also water.
Also water. You would think robots don't like water.
No,
They love it. No, they love it. They like to spray it everywhere. So Transformers and robots, water, not a problem.
Not a
Morgan, big problem. After the Transformers, we went over to Springfield so we could see the Simpsons.
Which is always fun.
Always fun.
Sideshow Bob is great.
Yep.
Love Kelsey Grammer.
After we rode the Simpsons, that was our day. I mean, we had a pretty full day of jumping between the two parks and trying to stay hydrated and not die from heat exhaustion. So yeah, after a long, hot day,
We called it a night.
so day 2, made our way over to Universal Studios. But before we hit the road, I did have one master plan in place, and that was to drop off our luggage at Luggage Services, because after our day at the parks, we were going to travel over to Disney World and stay the night there. So we checked out and we headed off to the parks. And once we got in there, we made our way to probably one of the greatest rides ever created. At least half of the ride is the greatest ride ever created.
Half of it.
And that's E.T.
E.T.
Hi Morgan, E.T. ride. Will there be water?
Great ride.
Love E.T.
Yeah.
I love the queue. I love the ride. I love it when we take off and we fly over the cops. Because you know what? The police. And that was E.T. I didn't say that.
It was a slow speed chase.
NWA didn't start that. That was E.T.
It was E.T.
But then, apparently the police, maybe they were onto something. That these kids were taking mushrooms.
Not the kids, but E.T.
Then when he went home, that place is a drug-induced fever dream.
Everybody's happy.
I have so many questions about that specific part of the ride.
But we should talk to Spielberg.
He needs to phone home and find out what is going on in his brain.
And then at the beginning, they asked our names. They gave us a card.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
But I feel like every time I've been on ET, the name thing never works. Like you
worked
put
this
your
time,
name in,
yeah.
and it's like, thank you, person. But this time it worked. So after we came out of our drug-induced fever dream, we made our way to Men in Black. Men in Black is always fun. I personally really like the skinny aliens that smoke cigarettes and drink coffee.
Yeah.
They seem like my people. But yeah, Men in Black, always a fun ride, always great, highly recommended. So after killing all the aliens and saving the world, we had really worked up an appetite. So we went and we got lunch at Mel's Diner.
And it was cute. It's a 50s style diner. It had like vintage cars outside. It had the neon signs. It was themed very well.
Yeah, it was a really good experience. And as I'm sitting there, just eating my food, and all of a sudden I look up, and it's Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice thought it was hot apparently as well, because he decided to come into the diner. Well,
So hot out.
I know, right?
Who is this? Well, she is smoking hot. Hey, baby. No, let me talk to her. Hey, baby. I might be your step-grandfather. You were just on me. Hey, baby, I'll see you at home, all right? Smoking hot. Wow, great. Fantastic. I can't wait to see you guys at Thanksgiving.
Same. So apparently, Beetlejuice is hooking up with my mom, unbeknownst to me. Dad, I'm sorry that it had to come out like this.
Listen, he went for it.
He's pretty charming. And you know what? Now that I think about it, it must be where I get it from. While Beetlejuice was the highlight of Mel's Diner, we did eat food. I had a gluten-free cheeseburger and some fries.
And I had a bacon cheeseburger. And then Morgan had a Cobb salad.
With loaded fries.
Loaded fries.
But Mel's Diner, good place to eat. Also a good place to find your stepdad.
I can't wait to see you guys at Thanksgiving.
So after an exciting lunch and full bellies, we decided to go ride the Mummy roller coaster.
Which is a fun ride.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
Super fun.
The one thing I did not realize is how much of a Brandon Fraser is on the ride.
And Morgan and I had just seen the movie.
I think it's a fantastic movie, 10 out of 10. It's Oscar worthy.
But it was a good movie and a good ride.
Nothing like going on a ride with lots of fire on a 95-degree day.
Fire
It was a good
in
one,
Florida.
though. Yeah. Mummy, great ride and a lot of fun. Then from there, we made our way over to Diagon Alley for a bit, and then to King's Crossing so we could jump on the train so we could make our way back over to Hogwarts proper.
Thinking about her second year at Hogwarts and what she'll be learning in terms of spells and charcuterie.
And then we went to Honeydukes again. Now this is where you guys got the fudge.
It was fun. It was good.
You ate it before it melted in your hand,
Yes,
so that was a positive thing. And then after your fudge, there's nothing sweeter than a little ride with Hagrid.
That was a really,
It's
really
such a good
fun
ride. That's such a good ride. The queue is beautiful. The ride is awesome. It's so much fun. That is definitely worth the wait,
Yes.
for sure. And then after Hagrid's, we made our way to Seuss Landing, which is like your favorite place.
It's so cute there. So like everything looks like
Yeah.
all the Dr. Seuss books that we read to Morgan when she was growing up.
We were on our way to go do The Incredible Hulk. But on the way, we decided to make a little pit stop. So we got some lemonade slushies and then hid away over at the Backwater Bar, which had like a little outdoor seating area. And then we were like, you know, this is pretty nice.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
we're gonna stay here.
How about some grown-up drinks? Let's add a little grown-up drink to the mix here. And then while we were there, we realized that the Hulk roller coaster had gone down.
Yeah.
So we drank our drinks and tried to see if we could wait it out to see if it would come back up. But the Hulk never came up for the rest of the day, so we'll
Yeah.
get it next time. So since the Hulk was a bust, we made our way through Toon Lagoon once again, avoiding that water ride. And we went over to Jurassic Park. That water ride, no bueno. But she did desperately want to go to ride the VelociCoaster,
Yes.
which is a shockingly large, insane roller coaster.
Yeah, and there's a lot of theater before you get to the ride.
Yeah. Gives you plenty of time to get even more and more anxious about riding this giant roller coaster.
I'm excited.
But that is a fun roller coaster if you can stomach it. So it was a fun time at Universal. We do really like that park. Very energetic, and a lot of the rides obviously are a lot more thrilling. So it was a lot of fun. With that being said, we made our way back on the bus to head back over to Dockside so that we could pick up our luggage from Luggage Services, jump in a ride share, and make our way over to Disney World property. And with that, we have come to the end of our Universal adventure. Now, if you want to see part 2 of this trip where we go to Disney World, go ahead and check that video out. But this is the end. So subscribe, like it, comment. I mean, Morgan has subscribed at this point.
She did, which is really good.
So that's good. That's a plus. So
appreciate
that's why she was allowed to come on this trip.
Right.
Because she subscribed. So just imagine what it could do for you.